Hi there, it's Tina from My Tutor, and you're watching the SAT Math Online Bootcamp. Welcome back. We are in the final video of the SAT Bluebook Test 5, Module 2. Again, Module 1, if you do really well on it, that's going to give you the harder version of Module 2, and that's what we're on. We are on the hardest of the hard problems, the very end of the test. Pause the video. When a problem comes up, try solving it on your own. And if when you're done or you have no idea where to start, hit unpause. You watch me solve it step by step. Whether you're reviewing or learning things for the first time, you are in the right place. So number 20, in the XY plane, a circle has center C with coordinates HK. So I have, here's my circle. And this is the center, HK. Points A and B lie on the circle. Point A has coordinates H plus 1, so that means I moved over 1. And so we're going to put A here. And this is going to be H plus 1, K plus root 102. And ACB is a right angle. So that means this is point C, right? It's the center. This is a right angle. And this is B. And they want to know what is the length of AB. Okay, so I have a right angle. I know both of these lines are the same because they're both radii, right? So they have to be the same length. But I need to figure out what that radius is. So I'm going to make another triangle, and this is where it gets a little tricky. So if I'm thinking about this as an XY coordinate plane, if I draw a triangle like this, the X coordinate for this is going to be H plus 1. So that means it's just 1 long because I'm taking whatever this was and adding 1 to get to this. In the X direction. In the Y direction, I'm taking that K point, which was the center of the circle, and I'm adding square root of 102. Now I have a right triangle here, and I can use Pythagorean theorem. 1 squared plus the square root of 102 squared is going to give me the square root of 103. That means this is also the square root of 103. And now I could use Pythagorean theorem with the larger blue triangle to do square root of 103 squared plus the square root of 103 squared equals C squared. So 206 equals C squared, and you would take the square root of both sides. So A is the answer. Very difficult problem. That's why it's on the end of the hardest section. Hopefully that making it into 2 triangles makes sense to you. Time out. Quick interruption from the amazing math problems that you're going through right now to let you know just a couple things. First of all, if things are not making sense as I'm explaining the math problems, comment below because I'll get notified of the comments and I'll be able to help you out. If you need a little bit additional help, so up above is a link to the website where you can take a full diagnostic test, and I will go through and review your results from the test and give you some pointers. We'll set up a phone call, free phone call, to go through and give you some pointers. If you need even more help than just the quick pointers, there are also services that I offer on the website that can help you out and help you increase that SAT score. So have fun enjoying the rest of these math videos, and I'll talk to you soon. 21 is hard because it's so wordy. So for an electric field passing through a flat surface perpendicular to it, the electric flux of the electric field through the surface, so the flux is the product of the field strength and the area of the surface. A certain flat surface consists of two adjacent squares. I'm going to move this up here to give us some more area. The two adjacent squares where the side length in meters of the larger square, so these are next to each other, is 3 times the side length of the smaller square. So let's say this is x and x, and this would be 3x and 3x. An electric field with a strength of 29 volts, so the strength is right there, 29, passes uniformly through the surface, which is perpendicular to the electric field. They told us that up here at the beginning. If the total electric flux is, so here's the flux, 44,640 volts, what is the electric field through the larger square? So I need to find the area of this. Well, the area of this smaller square is going to be x times x. The area of the larger one is going to be 3x times 3x. And when I add those together, because they're combined, I would get 10x squared. So now, if I do 4640 divided by 290, I get 16. 16 equals x squared. Then I'm going to take the square root. So I get that x equals 4. So that means this is 4, and that means these sides would be 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, now let's look at the question. What is the electric flux of the electric field through the larger square? So now I need to go back to this equation because I'm trying to find the flux of just the larger square. Well, I know the larger square, the side is 12. So the area, 12 times 12 is 144. And we knew, they told us that the strength is 29 volts. So you have to do 29 times 144 to get that final answer. Woo! You can see why these are hard problems. And we're just going to crank out this last problem. We're just going to get it done. All right, the scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables, x and y, for data set E. A line of best fit is shown. Data set F is created by multiplying the y coordinate of each data point by 3.9. Which of the following could be an equation of a line of best fit? So I'm taking the y coordinate. So if the y coordinate for the intercept here looks like it's, I don't know, 12-ish, I'm going to multiply that by 3.9. $46.8. Oh, I was exactly right. So that's going to be the y-intercept. And then I need to find the slope here. So if we took the point 0, 12, and we take another point here, let's do 12 and 30. And remember, we're multiplying the y coordinate by 3.9. So we already know that this is going to become 0, 46.8. And this is going to become 12. And now we need to do 30 times 3.9, 9, 117. And now I need to find the slope. So 117 minus 46.8 over 12 minus 0. I'm just doing y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 117 minus 46.8 gives me 70.2. And I would do 70.2 divided by 12. 5.85 means A is the answer. It's correct. We are all done with test 5. If you've made it this far, congratulations. I hope you learned a lot from these videos. Comment and let me know. I'd love to hear your questions. Hi, I hope you got a lot out of this installment of the SAT Math Online Bootcamp. I am here to answer all your questions. Go ahead and comment below. Or you can click above and you can be taken to the next video in this series. Thank you so much. I hope this helped you out.